And good morning, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, basketball fans. Welcome to the continuing action from the 19th season of your National Athletic Association of Schools, Colleges, and Universities, NAASCO. We are live and direct here from the third floor of the Rise Tower of Our Lady of Fatima University in Valenzuela City for our first game between AMA University and defending champion St. Clair College of Caloocan. My name is Andy Cervino. Join me as we bring this game and 3 other games later for a complete day of NASCO action. So that's the horn. The officials are ready. The players are ready. And we are ready to bring you AMA versus St. Clair coming right at you in a bit.
Good morning, NASCO Nation. Welcome to the 19th season of NASCO Seniors Division Elimination Slam. Our first game for the day is St. Clair College of Caloocan Saints going up against the AMA University Titans. Now let's get the starting lineup of both teams. First, from the St. Clair College of Caloocan Saints. Starting small forward, number 2, Joy Jimenez. At one point, number 6, Joshua Fontanilla. At power forward, number 9, J.J. Camacho. At center, number 12, Mohamed Pare. And at shooting guard, number 27, Jorge Santos. Head coach of the Saints is Gino Valenzuela. And now let's welcome the starting unit of your AMA University Titans. At point guard, number 28, Alvin Fuentes. Starting small forward, number 41, Nicolas Esteban. At shooting guard, number 45, Genesis Ansaulio. At power forward, number 53, Gerard Osmia. And at center, number 37, Gustavo Angia.
All right, there you have it. You can see the starting lineups being called to the floor. Of course, for the St. Clair Saints, they are the team in white. They will be composed of Mohamed Pare, jumping at center, Marvel Jimenez, Gerald Manacho, Roger Santos, and Joseph Fontanilla. Meanwhile, AMA will counter with Mustafa Inchikam, that's Sayat, Fuentes, Austria, and Estibar. Of course, coaching today for AMA is assistant coach Edwin Ancheta in lieu of head coach Mark Herrera. Fuentes, first attack, and he's blocked. All right, Fuentes the other day, AMA is coming off a loss to Manuel L. Quezon University the other day. And Fuentes in Austria played 40 minutes, no relief. But then again, these are young men. They should recover very fast. Santos dubs it inside. No good. Rebound, Estibar. Estibar will survey, crossing the half-court line. Estibar still. Jumper, Estibar. No. Another rebound for Pare. Jimenez, no look to the corner. Santos, same spot. Same result, the miss. So almost a minute gone by, still no score in this very nice, very beautiful, brand new facility we have here at Our Lady of Fatima, Valenzuela. You can see the court is very clean. There's no scratch marks from balls or shoes. And that's the first basket, courtesy of Roger Santos. So Santos, you can say the answer to the trivia question, the first player to score in this gym. In an organized game, of course. Saor, kick out. Fuentes, three-point shot. That's his range. Bounces out. So an early substitution here for Coach Edwin Ancheta. We have Estibar sitting down. And in this place is number 45. I believe this is Sayat. Jumper, no good. Fuentes with the rebound. Oh, check that. Number 45, this is Agsaulio. Fontanilla against Austria. Shakes off his defender. Turn around. No good. Austria collects the rebound. 2-0 still is our score on that basket by Roger Santos. The first basket in this brand new basketball court. And we are located on the 3rd floor of the Rise Tower of Our Lady of Fatima in Valenzuela. Of course, later I'll expect this gym to be filled up when the Our Lady of Fatima Phoenix take the floor against the Manuel L. Quezon University Stallions. That's going to be our main game today. Fuentes decides to give it to Austria. Shot clock winding down to 4. Austria step back 3. Too strong. Rebound. Jimenez. Quickly to Fontanilla. And what gives? We have a whistle. Holding. It's on Mustafa. Like what I said in the last broadcast, it has been a while since AMA has had a foreign student on its roster. The last time I remember was way back in, I believe, season 9 when Aziz Mbomiko played for the AMA Titans. And at that time, their coach was Gino Manansala, who is now the head coach of St. Clair. So you can see a little connection. Of course, another trivia, Coach Mark Herrera also used to be the head coach of St. Clair. He was the head coach of St. Clair in 2011 or season 11. And then the following season, he moved to AMA. And that's when Coach Gino took over St. Clair. They say the rest is history. Gino Manansala, the owner of 4 NAASCU Seniors Division Championships of St. Clair. And right now, he's on a 3-season winning streak. The Saints, of course, going for a rare 4-peat. And the record, is 5 in a row by the University of Manila Hawks from 2001 to 2005. Jimenez bounces off the ring, and it will go out in favor of AMA. Agsolo, very brief stint. And I guess Coach Ancheta just wanted to talk to Estebar, settle him down. That was a quick stint for Agsolo. Fuentes, behind the back dribble in traffic. Against 2 defenders. Too much spin. Pare with his 3rd rebound. Bounce pass on the break. Manacho. Santos is too deep. Fontanilla thinks about it. He will use the screen. Jimenez. Santos from the opposite side. Yes. And now Santos has all the points in this game for St. Clair. No points yet for AMA. Meanwhile, interception. And the foul is given up to disrupt the play. The foul is on Saor. Now, AMA has to watch it because compared to St. Clair, St. Clair has a full complement on their bench. I can see that there are only 10 players right now available for AMA today. That's right. If you look at their bench, you can count 5 players in uniform. Saor is fouled by Marvel Jimenez. There's a lot of weapons waiting to be unleashed for Coach Gino Manansala. And the first player off the bench is, of course, Joseph Peña Redondo, a PBA D-League veteran. And the Saints and both the Saints and the Titans have honed their game in the offseason by playing in the PBA D-League. Of course, the Saints right now, they are in the quarterfinals and they hope to make it to the quarterfinals of the ongoing D-League. Meanwhile, AMA has ended its campaign yesterday. So now they can focus on the NAASCU. Passing inside to Mustafa. No good. And the ball tap is won by the Saints. Quickly now, Fontanilla. So fast. Oh, what a bounce pass to Peña Redondo. And it will count. So instant offense from the bench. A very good substitute by Coach Gino. And Peña Redondo, he may be cooled off the bench, but he heats up quickly like a microwave oven. So for the bonus, this is Joseph Peña Redondo. Misses it, and the rebound is cleared by Austria. Austria will attack. No good. Rebound, Peña Redondo. Fontanilla against Austria. Whips it to the corner. Santos, opposite side. No. He hit a three-pointer from the opposite corner. Estibar. Kick out. Hesitation. Dishoff and Gicam was not ready to receive. Austria hustles forward, keeps it alive. Austria baseline, reverse, it is good. So finally, the first field goal for AMA, courtesy of Gerard Austria. That's the first field goal. 7-3, 4-point lead for St. Clair. Gerald Manacho from 15. So 3 players now have scored for St. Clair. 5 for Santos, 2 for Peña Redondo, 2 for Manacho. Austria will use the screen. Fuentes is open. Bounces out. Fontanilla, a great anticipation, but it bounces off the red shoes of Fuentes. Santos will sit down after scoring 5 points. And Russell Fuentes will come in. I don't know if he's related to Alvin Fuentes. And Peña Redondo with 5 points to match the total of Santos. So Santos and Peña Redondo leading St. Clair with 5 apiece. De La Rosa, reverse, Mustafa. Okay, De La Rosa did not play in their previous game. He was injured. So now it's very good news for AMA that De La Rosa is back in harness for this very important game. I say, why is it important? Because in Group A, only the 7th placer will be eliminated. And right now, AMA cannot just afford to go winless and finish last in the group. Meanwhile, all the 6 teams in Group B will advance to the playoffs, that's for sure. All they're playing for is positioning and seeding. Of course, you want a high seed. As De La Rosa says, you know, you missed me last time. This is what you missed. 2 points from J.R. De La Rosa. And what I'm saying is, you know, you need to get a high seed to get a, you can say, a relatively lighter opponent in the playoffs. Traveling on the Saints. All right, another substitution here for St. Clair. This is Clarence Tikia. Or Tikia. Hustle. Kept alive. It's with Russell Fuentes being hounded by Alvin Fuentes. Russell! Oh! Have mercy on that, Muhammad Pare. Alley-oop. Oh, great connection. No, you just get, that's really familiarity. A steal. And, whoops, second serving. Yep, finisher food. Bautista announcing his arrival with that 2 points. Another steal, almost. And we have a holding. Three team fouls for St. Clair. AMA already in the penalty. 2:46 left in this first period. It has been all St. Clair so far. De La Rosa. Interception. Clarence. Stops and pops. Ngicam collects the rebound. Austria. Bounce pass. Oh, what a beautiful pass. Extra pass, you know. Mustafa was not ready to receive, but lucky for AMA, De La Rosa was there to pick it up. So at the line, we're going to look at J.R. De La Rosa. Jan Dominic Formento will enter the game. Of course, Formento, a new player for St. Clair. from former NASCU member Colegio de San Lorenzo. Of course, Formento last saw action in NASCU way back in season 17, and we are now in season 19. He played, of course, for the now defunct Colegio de San Lorenzo Griffins. Formento. You know, Formento played the entire game. Meanwhile, Pare misses the layup. We have a foul. It's on Bautista. Again, if you're wondering where we are, this is the we are in the third floor of the Rise Tower of Our Lady of Fatima in Valenzuela City. Very nice facility. And you know, the students, you know, when you have a facility like this in your school, you will really be inspired to study. Austria missing the first free throw. Of course, aside from the basketball court on the third floor, there are many other facilities in this building. You know, we got classrooms, we got laboratories, we got executive offices on the higher floors. And if you can see on our screen, there's a jogging path right on top of us, and also a weights room where the students can lift weights. Bautista, yes. Unselfish basketball here for St. Clair, producing dividends. So now the Saints doubling the Titans, 80-9. We are at the 2-minute warning of the first period. De La Rosa, kick out. Fuentes against two defenders. Somebody's open. It's De La Rosa. And De La Rosa will get the lucky bounce. Formento all day to shoot. Never leave him open, but this time I guess Formento's a little cold. He was just inserted by Coach Manansala. Estebar, no look. De La Rosa. Okay, De La Rosa will not get back-to-back baskets. Formento will take it this time, and it's good. So first 2 points for John Dominic Formento. You know, if Formento played the entire game last time against TUP, he could have scored 40 points. He was scoring 1 point a minute. And I guess he's doing that again. Look at this. Formento against two defenders. He will force the issue. Formento will draw the foul. AMA in the penalty. Actually, both teams are in the penalty. So this will mean 2 free throws for John Dominic Formento. All right. A minute and 5 left. Some more substitutions coming in. We have Agsaulio coming back to replace Austria. So this time, Gerard Austria will have the benefit of at least a 1-minute rest. No, unlike the last game, wherein he played the entire 40 minutes. All right, this is Formento for his free throw. And it's good. So he ups their lead to double digits now, 21-11. New player coming in for check that. This is Rochil Saor. He's coming back after resting a bit. Like what I said, Coach Edwin Ancheta only has 10 players on his rotation today. So I believe some of the AMA players have obligations with their schoolwork. De La Rosa now will shoot free throws. Again, both teams are in the penalty, so this will be a very long 63 seconds to end the first, as every foul now will send the offended party to the free throw line. So 2 for 2 for J.R. De La Rosa, one of the D-League veterans on AMA. Fuentes against Fuentes. Formento will shake off his smaller defender. Formento will force it, and he loses it. De La Rosa streaking. De La Rosa. Yes. So again, we can see why they missed J.R. De La Rosa in their last game. De La Rosa, the leading scorer now for AMA. Long bomb is no good. So momentum now shifting to the Titans. De La Rosa losing it, but Puentes is there to pick it up. Saor for three. A don't look now. St. Clair's only behind by 3, 21-18. They led by as much as 10. AMA on the comeback. 22 seconds left before we call it the first period. So now it's the turn of Bautista to shoot free throws. All right, Richard Victoriano will come in. Of course, Victoriano, a product of last season's NAASCO Juniors champions, the St. Clair Junior Saints. All right, first one is no good for Bautista. Bautista, one of the newcomers for St. Clair this year. Again, a good recruiting class by Coach Gino Manansala. Almost a steal. Quickly. Sabile, babies the layup. Sabile is fresh into the game. Of course, he is from the AMA Juniors. This is Joshua Sabile, number 51. But believe it or not, Joshua has already seen action in the PBA D-League even when he was still in high school. Sabile, back pass. Beautiful breakaway by Fuentes. 2-point lead for St. Clair. Last shot time. Formento will fire. Too strong. So after 10 minutes of play, St. Clair pulling away early, but AMA on the comeback. St. Clair just ahead by 2, 22-20. We'll be back with the second period. Stay with us for more of the 19th season of Your NAASCO, live from Valenzuela City.
Energy, speed, endurance. Do you have what it takes to compete? Fuel up with BallyPure and boost your performance. BallyPure. Live faster, live higher, live.
Thank you very much to our friends from BallyPure. Of course, shout out to Mr. Gil Cortez of BallyPure, 1976 PBA Rookie of the Year. Of course, speaking of Rookie of the Year, we have on the St. Clair bench team consultant, 1978 PBA Rookie of the Year, Jimmy Manansala. Maybe we can get a shot of him later. Wow, so I can't believe it's been 41 years since Coach Jimmy Manansala was named as PBA Rookie of the Year. 41 years. We are about to begin the second period. St. Clair eking out this 2-point lead, 22-20. They led by as much as 10 points at one point. But the Titans coming back to make this game interesting. They will not allow St. Clair to just pull away. Saor, jumper from 15, no. Austria is back, and Austria with a one-hander. Outlet pass by Pare to the streaking Fontanilla. Fontanilla dancing in the air. No good. And a foul given up by Fontanilla. I guess, Fuentes is just full of energy. He moves a lot. That's why he confuses the defender. You don't know where this young man is going. He can fake to his left, fake to his right. That's why, Fontanilla forced to play defense with his hands, not his feet. You play defense with your feet, not with your hands. Fuentes faking the pass. Well read by the defense. Okay, John Edsel Rojas, another former player of San Lorenzo, is in the game for the first time. Of course, Rojas did not see action on opening day against TUP. Pare is knocked down. Formento to Fontanilla. Oh, check that. This is player number 8, Nathaniel Lopez. Of course, Lopez and Fontanilla, they shared scoring honors for St. Clair during opening day against TUP. The final score there, 102-66. And Lopez and Formento really, jacked up their statistics in the fourth period. Fuentes. I don't know. I think Fuentes is not yet rested because Austria sat down for the final minute of the first. Saor, three-pointer, yes. And with that, the lead is now with AMA. Rojas gets the lead back for St. Clair with that jumper. Of course, Rojas is known for his hustle. He's an undersized power forward, but he has a very good nose for the basketball. He's very good in positioning. Austria. Mustafa was surprised to receive the ball. Lopez is fouled. Preemptive foul given up by Saor to prevent the one-man fast break brewing for Nathaniel Lopez. So Lopez will do the sideline inbound. Pale receives back to Lopez. Lopez using the Pare screen. Formento faking the three. Formento moving closer. Dish it to Pare. Pare with the reverse is too strong. Mustafa with the rebound. And that's a good defensive stance, bothering the passing path. Denying the ball to the streaking red shirt. Lopez will inbound to Fontanilla. Remember Fontanilla, an MVP candidate from last season. Of course, the MVP eventually going to teammate Junji Halyare. And Pare hits the two. So after briefly losing the lead, St. Clair waking up with back-to-back hits by Rojas and Pare. Rojas. Dish off. It's with Formento. Formento. Nope. Look at that. Fontanilla coming out from the weak side for the tip-in. So 6-0 run here in response by St. Clair. And I guess that says a lot about the character of the team. You know, if they lose the lead, others would just sulk. But this time St. Clair waking up, and they have really done a good job of reacquiring the lead. Estebar will come back to replace De La Rosa. Of course, Estebar was part of the starting five. Saor using the Mustafa screen. Fuentes. No relief yet for Fuentes. Jumper, short. Mustafa has it. Mustafa. And Pale just looked at him, and he allowed the easy 2 points for Mustafa. 28-25, 3-point lead for the Saints. Pale says, this is how you do it. Goes straight to the basket. Austria is fouled by Rojas. Of course, Rojas could not control his momentum. And one thing going against St. Clair at this moment, that's their 4th team foul with less than 3 minutes gone by in the second. AMA with only 1 team foul. Pale with interception. Pale, oh! Of course, Fuentes was much faster than Pale. That's why he was able to sprint and bat the ball away from Pale. But it will be a baseline inbound. A bounce pass. Rojas. No good. So chance here for AMA to inch closer after losing their lead. Error here. Fontanilla. Fontanilla faking, and Fontanilla's fouled. But that's okay, because that's only the 2nd team foul for AMA. Meanwhile, St. Clair has been in the penalty for over a minute now. They hit the penalty at the 7-minute mark, more or less. Well, after this game, we will have 3 more games today here at Fatima Valenzuela. Our next game will have Enderon, the Enderon Titans, last year's runner-up to St. Clair. Enderon, I believe, will be playing the Philippine Merchant Marine School Mariners. And that will come to you right after the conclusion of this game. De La Rosa slicing the defense. De La Rosa, one-hander is good. Single possession separating these two schools. And Fontanilla says, give me 2 points. 6 minutes left in the first half. Austria. Three-pointer. Yes, off the glass. Gerard, Austria. Well, I think Austria has the potential to hit a triple-double. And Nathaniel Lopez on the reverse. Ups their lead again to 4. It was as high as 10 in the first. De La Rosa, yes, gets the 2 points back. So AMA just refusing to quit. Credit AMA for coming back. Here's the steal. And they can go for the equalizer or the go-ahead, depending on how this happens. De La Rosa, nope. Estibar ball batted out, and it will be last touch on Estibar. Lopez doing a good job of bouncing the ball off the thigh of Nicolas Estibar. So Fuentes will check back in. So at least today, the 40-minute men from their last game, talking about Fuentes and Austria, have been given rest. Albeit quite brief, but it's still a rest. It's very important. Fuentes to the string. Estibar. Yes, beautiful layup there by Nicolas Estibar. We are tied at 34 all. And we are at the halfway mark of the second. Santos with 8 points now to his name. 2 triples for Roger and 1 field goal. 8 points. De La Rosa will try to shake off Fontanilla. De La Rosa, 2 points. Fontanilla to Rojas. Rojas is the opening. Last second dish off. Pare, yes. St. Clair now up again by 3, 39-36. De La Rosa, one-hander, no. Cleared by Fontanilla. I like Fontanilla. When he gets the ball, he looks to his left, he looks to his right, he looks for an open teammate. But if nobody's open, he can take it straight to the basket himself. All right, Russell Fuentes will come back. Estibar will bring the ball down. So you can see in this setup of AMA, it seems that Coach Edwin Ancheta is allowing different players to bring the ball down. Austria sees the opening, applies the brakes. Little hesitation on Mustafa, and Ross clears it. Of course, Ross is one of the more intense players here in the NASCU, even when he was still with San Lorenzo. Fuentes, three-pointer. He can hit that, but not this time. Rebound cleared by Austria. Like what I said, Austria has the ability, and he has the potential to hit a triple-double. I think that before the season ends, Austria might just tally a triple-double. Fuentes, met by Lopez. Of course, the other Fuentes, Russell is guarding Estibar. What a block! A public display of rejection for St. Clair. We have a timeout called by Coach Edwin Ancheta. St. Clair on top, 39-36 with 3 minutes left. And we'll be back. You're watching the 19th season of Your NASCU. And welcome back to live action. You're here at the Rise Tower of Our Lady of Fatima in Valenzuela City. Andy Cervino here live and direct at courtside. I'd like to say hello to my friend, Coach Roy Villanes of St. Francis of Assisi. Hi, Coach. Austria from long distance. No. Of course, he tried to beat the shot clock. Piquia. Ah, what a beautiful pass break. Anchored on Rojas. I mean, for a big man, Rojas moves very well. Saur. He's quite far from the basket. He needs to move closer. And he hurt us. Saur, though, is blocked by the good defense. Jimenez is back. He was part of the starting five. And Marvel Jimenez. What a marvelous three-point shot by Marvel. Another fast break on Rojas. You know, you really like it when your big man, your power forward is running. Another error. So the errors are piling up for AMA. Lead of St. Clair's up to double digits again, 46-36. Oh, they needed that. What a timely three-point shot, but look at this. Pare, too strong on the outlet pass. Sabile will return. And another new player here. I mean, this is the first time we're going to see number 52 of AMA. This is Sayat. Again, a very nice court that we have here at Our Lady of Fatima. You know, when you have a court like this, you will be really inspired to play your best. Sabile, and the shot clock blows in their face. So a minute and 44 left in the first half. Bautista will come back. Let's say Coach Gino is sticking more or less to a 10-player rotation. Bautista attacks, gets his own miss. And you admire the effort of the newcomer Bautista. Of course, Bautista, this is his first year in the NASCO. One of several recruits by Coach Gino. Of course, Marvel Jimenez, player number two on the floor right now, is also a recruit for this season. Aside from John Edsel Rojas, John Dominic Fermento, and of course the players elevated from the champion junior saints like Nathaniel Lopez and Victor Llano. Meanwhile, Coach Gino would like to talk to his saints, and we'll be back for more of your 19th NASCO live from Valenzuela City. See the graphic on your screen. Yes, please subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can watch all the games of the NASCO. Of course, I'd like to say hello to Peter Mark Manalang of the Ocampo Memorial College Cobras, who's watching the game. Jimenez, bounce pass. Oh, that was a very hard foul by Mustafa. I guess that's the only way you could stop Jimenez. Oh, by the way, I'd like to correct myself. After this game, our next game will be Enderon Titans against La Salle Araneta. Okay, so it will be La Salle Araneta that will be playing the Enderon Titans after this game. I understand PMMS will be playing in our third game against the New Era Hunters. And our main game, of course, will be the Manuel L. Quezon University Stallions against the home team, Our Lady of Fatima Phoenix. So please join us for all those games. We'll bring those games to you live and direct. Just watch and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And also follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram with the username NASCO2001. Hearing the 1-minute warning for the first half, De La Rosa breaks away from the defense. Jimenez will shake up Estebar. Jimenez is short. Screen. No good. And to think St. Clair is doing this without Mohamed Pale on the floor right now. So I think it's we're having Rojas. What's the ball? That's Rojas who's playing center. Sabile quickly. Saor. And that's a foul. You know, so far, with 32 seconds left here in the first half, we can say credit to AMA. You know, they are doing a very good job of staying within striking distance of St. Clair. Meanwhile, St. Clair, you can say, is really having a hard time against this very pesky AMA quintet at the line, J.R. De La Rosa. Well, I think a big part of that is because, you know, the player on the line right now, J.R. De La Rosa, is back in harness. They really missed De La Rosa in their last game wherein they lost badly to Manuel L. Quezon University. De La Rosa with his free throw. So now his lead of St. Clair is only 8. 48-40. We have a foul. Traveling! Sharp eyes by our officials, of course, under the supervision of our commissioner, Mr. Luisito Boy Cruz. An interception. Tikia. Yes. So now St. Clair hitting 50. Last shot time here possibly for AMA. Of course, when you say that a team has hit 50 by halftime, they are on pace to hit 100 points. And St. Clair hit 102 points in their last game against the Technological University of the Philippines, 102-66. That was on opening day at the Cuneta Astrodome. Rochelle Saor misses his first free throw. So after this, we can say that St. Clair can go for the last shot of the first half. Saor, good. So substitution, Alvin Fuentes will come back. So it's nice to see that Fuentes and Austria are getting their rest, because it's no joke that these two young men played 40 minutes in their last game. Fuentes, this is Russell Fuentes. And Rojas, power move, yes. 11-point lead. Sayat gets it back. And that's just in time. So at halftime, our score reads 52-43. A 9-point lead for St. Clair College of Caloocan, the defending champions, over the AMA Titans. And stay with us. We'll begin the second half after a few reminders. You're watching the 19th NASCO from Valenzuela City, Our Lady of Fatima.
stronger. Energy, speed, endurance. Do you have what it takes to compete? Fuel up with Belly Pure and boost your performance. Belly Pure. Live faster, live higher, live stronger.
You're just in time to join us for the start of the second half. You know, some numbers. Our score 52-43. Defending champion St. Clair on top of the AMA University Titans. Again, our score 52-43. St. Clair led by as much as 11 points, 52-41. And some numbers to look at. Look at the rebounds. AMA with 24, St. Clair with 28. Shooting clip, 47% shooting for St. Clair, 22 out of 47, 17 out of 42 for AMA, that's 40%. And another key stat here, turnovers, 15 for AMA, 11 for St. Clair. Actually, it's the steals. Look at the steals of St. Clair, 11-5. Leading scorers here, we have for St. Clair, the leading scorer, number 12, Mohamed Pale with 8 points and 12 rebounds. And Ralph Bautista with 7 points. We also have John Edsel Rojas with 8 points. And Roger Santos with 8 points. On the part of AMA, scoring is concentrated on J.R. De La Rosa with 17 points in his first game this season. And also Rochelle Saor with 11 points. So it's only 2 players contributing for AMA. Now, Coach Edwin Ancheta needs help from the others, so specifically Gerard Austria. Gerard Austria with 5 points and 5 rebounds so far as the third best scorer of the team. So now we are underway here at the Rise Tower of Our Lady of Fatima University in Valenzuela City. Again, a very nice gym we have here. You can see that there are no scratches on the floor. You can say, well, this is a figure of speech. You can say the floor looks so clean you can eat on the floor. Peña Redondo missing, and Pare, of course, Mohamed Pare asserting himself. Like what I said, Mohamed Pare already with 13 rebounds. Yes, that is 13 rebounds. And by the way, today is Friday the 13th. To some people, it's good luck. To some people, it's bad luck. So hopefully, you know, Friday the 13th will be lucky. Well, for sure, Friday the 13th will be lucky on one of the teams here right now. And of course, the lucky one will of course go home the winner. Jimenez misses. But we still have a lot of time to decide the winner. Of course, a lot can happen from now until the final buzzer. Fontanilla sees the opening. Fontanilla, oh wow. Pare, offensive rebound. Ball tap, hustle, and Saor applies the brakes, almost crashes into our broadcast booth. All right, Tequila will do the inbound. Fontanilla will receive. Bounce pass. Kick out. Yes. You know, that is the fifth three-pointer of St. Clair in this game. And now Clarence with 11 points. Second Saint in double figures. Well, actually, check that. He is the first Saint in double figures. Oh, wait, check that. That's 5 points for Clarence. His name was beside Pale. Pale with 8 points. All right, J.R. De La Rosa for his next free throw. It's good. Bautista will report back. Fontanilla. Tiquia. Jumper, no. Rebound, Fuentes. Fuentes outlet pass to the streaking Sabile. Sabile extra pass. Austria, and Austria with the 2 points. 7 points now for Gerard Austria. It looks like Austria is playing center in this defensive alignment. Fontanilla attacking. Bautista not ready. Saves it to the wrong party. Bounce pass by Austria to ignite the fast break, but Sabile unable to finish. Jumper on the way, no. 14 rebounds now for Pale. Pale has more rebounds than points. Jimenez to Kia. Yes. So 8 points now for Clarence. Lead is up to 8. Make that 9. 58-49. Roger Santos also has 8 points. He'll return to the game and he will replace Clarence, who has 8 points as well. So you can say a very balanced scoring attack for St. Clair. No Saint yet in double figures. No, a lot of Saints with 8 points each. Foul. Oh no, no, it's stepping on the line. Jimenez faking the pass. Gives it to Santos. Santos. No. Bautista. Reverse. No good. And it will go out in favor of the Titans. 7:23 left. So this is quite a fast third period. Both teams with only 2 team fouls each. Unlike in the second period when we're in St. Clair quickly went to the penalty. They picked up 5 fouls as early as the 7-minute mark. Taor. Fuentes. One-hander. Yes. Fuentes has 4 points for Fuentes. Bautista this time will not be denied with the easy 2 points. You know, you look at these numbers by AMA. They have very high numbers. Oh, block. Sabili was unable to control it. You know, I see numbers like these only during draft camps or during rookie camps. Everybody gets a numbered jersey. Of course, it's also an indication of how many players Coach Mark Herrera has in his stable at the AMA. Of course, part of the AMA program, from grassroots to the highest level. I mean, Coach Mark Herrera has a feeder system as early as grade school. He's preparing players to move on to the juniors and eventually the seniors and later on the PBA D-League. 2 more points here for St. Clair, matching their biggest lead of 11, 62-51. Oh, great cut to the basket by Estibar, but the defense denies him. But St. Clair throws the ball away, so another chance for AMA to inch closer. Again, so far, credit AMA. Good job in preventing St. Clair from breaking away. That's why it's good that they have a chance to win this game. They are within striking distance. Fuentes hemmed in by the defense. The single coverage of Fontanilla. Fuentes. And we have a whistle. Plays whistle dead. Pass on Fontanilla. And because of that, Coach Manansala has to sit down Fontanilla and preserve him for the fourth period. 40 on the shot clock, 5:51 left for AMA. Sabile, yes. Sabile, a good touch from the perimeter for a big man. Victoriano, Peña Redondo. Oh, clean as a whistle. Joseph Peña Redondo, 3-pointer. 7 3-point shots already for St. Clair. They double team at the backcourt. Estibar in trouble. Barely beats the 8-second time limit as De La Rosa adds 2 more points to his total. He is the leading scorer for AMA. Santos dishing off to Pare. Pare cannot control. Saves it to a Titan. But Santos gets the ball back. Pare all alone and he will just pop it in. Same thing, it's just 2 points. A dunk and a layup is 2 points nonetheless. Might as well conserve your energy for the fourth period. De La Rosa will look for an open teammate. Again, very tight defense for St. Clair. And they allow De La Rosa clear pass, but everything but the shot. Santos in transition, 2 points. De La Rosa met by the triple team. Pare. And this will be Pare. And Muhammad Pare can just shake his head in frustration. I mean, that was a sure 2 points. You can see on your screens, waiting on the sidelines are the Enderman Titans, last year's runners-up. And they will play in our next game against the De La Salle Araneta University Stallions. Of course, the Stallions making their season debut. Meanwhile, the Titans at 2-0, looking for their third win. They'll be, if ever, they'll be the first team to get 3 wins. Pares hacked on the way to the basket. Well, you know, when you have a big player like that, Mohamed Pare, and I guess the only option here for AMA, since they have the big size disadvantage, is to just hack and hope that Pare misses free throws. Of course, Pare has yet to shoot a free throw in this game, so this is first trip to the line. 70-55 is our score. Second one coming for Mohammed, an exchange student from Mali. Sabile, cross-court pass. Again, AMA having trouble because of the tight defense, but Rochel Saor bails them out with that 3-point shot. It's still a dozen-point lead, though, for the Saints. Peña Redondo, they move the ball around. Victoriano to the corner. For Meto missing. Pare's on pace to grab 20 rebounds. All right, we have a timeout called by Coach Edwin Acheta, and we'll be back for the rest of this game. Stay with us. You're watching the 19th NASCU live from Valenzuela City, Our Lady of Fatima University. All right, at the line, Mohamed Pare. Yes, thank you very much, Soya Bar. Thank you very much, Soya Bar, for supporting the NASCU. And I could use a big tub of warm taho from Soya Bar. That will give us energy to bring you 4 games of the NASCU. And of course, a lot of protein, a lot of carbohydrates from your taho at Soya Bar. 71-58, Bakers doesn't lead for the Saints, looking for their second win of their title defense. Meanwhile, AMA, they are looking for their first win after losing their first game to Manuel L. Quezon University. Victoriano sails in for 2. $15 now. This is the biggest lead for St. Clair. Oops, slip. But Fuentes recovers his bearings. Again, more ball movement. Jumper, nope. Saor recovers. De La Rosa says, we'll set it up. Victoriano quite far from his man. Fuentes against a taller Peña Redondo. And the shot clock blows in their face. Again, after this, stay with us. We will be seeing the season debut of the De La Salle Araneta University Stallions. They will go up against the last year's runner-up Enderman Titans. Of course, Titans 2-0, looking for win number 3. Rojas Strong move to the basket. Well, this is a rare chance for Rojas to have a smaller defender. But you know what? Rojas plays really well against much taller players. I mean, he really sometimes even guards the foreign students of the other schools. Of course, his asset is his speed, as you can see there. You know, Rojas can just use his speed to run down the big, lumbering, foreign students of the other schools. 2-minute warning. Fuentes hits the three. And that should wake up AMA going into the fourth. We have a crowd building up here, but of course we're expecting this gym to be filled later on when their very own Our Lady of Fatima Phoenix will test the Manuel L. Quezon University Stallions. 18-point lead now for St. Clair. Lead is slowly ballooning. Fuentes, success. Alvin Fuentes. Again, on this AMA side, credit this team and the coaching of Coach Edwin. They are just hanging tough and refusing to quit. But then again, they need stops. They need to inch closer to have a chance at stealing this game from St. Clair. Only the fourth foul for St. Clair. Meanwhile, AMA in the penalty. And St. Clair should exploit that in this final minute or so. Victoriano. Met by the taller Sabile. Formento open. Yes! Already now, 8 3-point shots for St. Clair as a team. Saor causing the timeline to Fuentes. Fuentes can hit this. Not this time though. Saor taking the pass. Dish off to a teammate. Nope. You know, AMA is missing layups. Victoriano. Meanwhile, it's the opposite for St. Clair. They are just pouring the points right now. It's a 20-point lead. A steal here by Formento. And no choice but to give it a frustration foul by Augsaulo. That's Genesis Augsaulo. So both teams now in the penalty. This will mean free throws for Jan Dominic Formento. And I can safely say, you know, Formento really plays well, especially when he knows that he has his longtime teammate Rojas with him here at St. Clair. It seems that where one goes, the other follows. So you can say that these two players have been quite inseparable over their college careers. Estibar. Oops, almost backing there, but referees will give it. Fouls on Formento. So 2 free throws here for AMA. Alright, shooting the free throw will be Rochil Saor. First one is good. But a late explosion here by St. Clair in the third. That's why our score is set right now at 86-65. Make that 86-66 a 20-point lead for St. Clair. Sabina will sit down. Mustafa will come back in. 19 seconds. Last shot here for St. Clair. Victoriano will take his time. Actually, a 1 second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Dish off. Rojas. No. De La Rosa. Oh, almost stepping there. De La Rosa. Last shot. Mustafa beats the buzzer. And that shot by Mustafa should give AMA positive momentum entering the last period, but it's still a big 86-68 lead for St. Clair after 3 quarters. Stay with us for the fourth. You're watching the 19th NASCU from Our Lady of Fatima, the Rise Tower here in Valenzuela.
Energy, speed, endurance. Do you have what it takes to compete? Fuel up with ValuePure and boost your performance. ValuePure. Live faster, live higher, live stronger.
Back to the ball game. Anthony Servino here, live and direct from Our Lady of Fatima in Valenzuela City. Our score after 3 quarters, 86-68. An 18-point lead for St. Clair College of Caloocan, the defending champions, the team in white over the AMA University Titans. So first possession in the fourth is by AMA, and hopefully they start this fourth period on a positive note. It's still possible. You know, bigger leads have disappeared in the NASCU. Victoriano inside Rojas, and from the weak side, Pare with a tip in. So for sure, it's safe to say Mohamed Pare will hit 20 rebounds today. Of course, it's only Mustafa who has the size and length to match the stature, the physical stature of Mohamed Pare. But you can see that Mustafa is very raw compared to Mohamed Pare, who has been in the Philippines for the last 3 years. Saor continues to be the hot hand for Coach Edwin Ancheta. But it's still an 18-point lead for the Saints. Formento. Casual shot. It's an air ball. Saved by Pare to Rojas. Rojas. Formento says easy. He'll take it himself. Nope. Rebound Mustafa. Quickly, Sabile. Met by the defense, but Sabile able to use his power to get those 2 points. Victoriano will survey, taking the pass, thinking about it. Ruas, kick out. Formento for 3. No. Another rebound for Pare. Formento this time will backtrack. Shakes off the defense of Estibar. And Estibar caught kneeing Formento. Jimenez and Fontanilla will come back. So this is more bad news for AMA. When you think about it, you know, St. Clair able to pull away with their reserves. But the starters have come back. Saor! Saor! Again, one of the few bright spots here for AMA. Fontanilla sidestep, dubs it to Pare for the easy 2 points. And referee says AMA ball. Now more substitutions coming in. It's the starters that are now coming back. More starters coming in. Roger Santos reporting back for duty. You know, this big lead by St. Clair, it was built patiently. They did not come up with a major like a 20-0 run, 10-0 run. Rojas. And if Rojas continues to hit that jumper, that will surely draw the defenders, the big defenders of the opposition. And that should also bode well in their coming games if Rojas continues to hit. Fuentes. Very hardworking young man. A very tough day today for Fuentes. As you know, Fuentes, De La Rosa, Saor, and Austria have been tasked to carry the load today for AMA. Three-pointer. Yes! Saor. So it's nice to see that AMA is still not giving up. That's right. They should continue fighting until the final seconds. Rojas, it's so hard to push Rojas. I mean, he's quite deceiving. He's very strong, despite his size. Pound for pound, he's one of the stronger players in the NAASCO. You should try pushing him. All right, what do we have here? Pare now will put the ball in play. So this is probably the finishing unit of Coach Manansala. We might see this unit finish the game. Pare, another rebound and the putback. So poor box out there by Mustafa. Austria looks to his left, looks to his right. Feeds Mustafa. Too strong. Austria keeps it alive, but again, active hands by St. Clair. Fontanilla. Oh, good block, but with good recovery by Pare, and Pare gets the foul. But again, no credit that good defense by Mustafa. And he was able to chase Fontanilla and block him. Sabile will come back to replace Estibar. So the key here is constant shuffling for Coach Edwin Ancheta. At the line, Mohamed Pare. Well, you can see it's a good foul. Nope, only one free throw, so the ball is alive. AMA now will attack. Mustafa. Fouled by Jimenez. Only 2 fouls here for St. Clair, 2 also for AMA. Saor missing. Another long rebound by Pare. Santos to Fontanilla. And that's clean. Oh, 101 points already for St. Clair. We did not notice that. And they will easily surpass their 102 points from last game, that's for sure. We have a timeout called by the AMA Titans. We'll be back for more of your 19th NASCO from the Rise Tower of Our Lady of Fatima in Valenzuela City. All right, back to live action. And you can see a very good defense here by St. Clair. Defense is very important in basketball. And it results in 2 points for Fontanilla. Many coaches, they preach defense. I mean, scoring is nice. Like shooting 161 points is nice to look at. But then again, we have this thing called respecting the game. And one way of respecting the game is playing your best. But before we go any further, we have a timeout called, and we'll be back for the balance of this game. Stay with us. You're watching the 19th NASCU from Our Lady of Fatima in Valenzuela. Back to the ball game. We didn't notice that St. Clair already hit 105 points. Austria breaks away from the defenders and takes the law into his own hands. Pare against two defenders. Pare forcing it and Pare saving it, but it will go out of bounds in favor of St. Clair. So good hustle by Mohamed Pare. And again, credit St. Clair because despite this 24-point lead by the Saints, they continue to play like they're playing catch-up. And I guess that's the attitude that Coach Gino Manansala, that's the attitude he wants to instill on his players. Now Marvel Jimenez with another three. Austria, met by Jimenez, and a steal by Fontanilla. St. Clair has so many steals today. With the way St. Clair is playing defense, all those steals, when you say steals, that reminds me of, a former member of the NASCO. Of course, they are on leave right now, the De Ocampo Memorial College Cobra, so that team is very good in steals. They have one of the, you can say, the most unforgiving defenses that you have seen in the 19 seasons of the NASCO. Well, of course, a lot of teams have tried to copy that defense, but to some level of success. But of course, nothing beats the original. And, the architect of that defense, Coach Toto Dohilio, I think is watching right now. Yeah. All right, Jimenez, too strong. And they will just let the ball go out of bounds. So AMA will have a chance to trim the lead. Another thing that we learned also probably from the De Ocampo Memorial College Cobra. So they're a very disciplined team. One of their, you can say, probably secret weapons is the quick inbound. Like, for example, here, Santos attacking. See, for example, let's say Santos scored that layup. Instead of celebrating, they for example, they quickly put the ball into play. A team like De Ocampo before, they put the ball in play before, for example, the team shoots, the opponent shoots, they celebrate a bit. Before the opposition can go back on defense, they quickly put the ball into play, and that results in an easy 2 points or more. Of course, we hope to see De Ocampo back maybe next season. Let's see. Of course, that's one of the you can say powerhouse programs of the last 3 seasons of the NASCO. Even made the finals in season 17 against St. Clair. Meanwhile, AMA, they are in search of their second. They hope to get their second NASCO championship since 2006. Of course, their first ever NASCO, first and only NASCO seniors title was way back in 2006. I estimate at that time, 2006, most of these players were probably at the most maybe in grade 1, more or less, and some may still have not begun their education. Fuentes, step back 3 is good. Rojas. So in the first game of St. Clair, on opening day at the Cuneta, it was Formento and Lopez who really jacked up their stats in the fourth period. Now, it's the turn of John Edsel Rojas to pad his numbers. And that's going to look good in tomorrow's newspapers like Bulgar. Yeah, please buy Bulgar. This is a very good newspaper. The #1 newspaper in the Philippines, Bulgar. And you can read stories there about the NASCO and many other sports, not just basketball. Of course, here in the NASCO, we have it's not just basketball. We also have volleyball and individual sports like chess, table tennis, badminton, taekwondo, swimming, track and field, and we will play all those events as the academic year progresses. But of course, we start with our centerpiece event of seniors basketball. 112 to 84. If this was a boxing match, St. Clair is playing connect and then step back. They would jab, backtrack, jab, backtrack. I guess they feel that this lead is sufficient. But of course, don't count out AMA yet, or AMA. Don't count AMA yet. You see, as I speak, they hustle, they force the turnover, and Sabile scores on the fast break layup. Who knows? AMA might just mount a major miracle. Fontanilla. Well, right now they cannot just trade baskets talking about AMA. They need stops. Saor. Met by two defenders. Again, credit the defense of St. Clair for... Oh, Pare! Oh, looked like a traveling there, but referees will give it. They'll give Pare the 2 points. Of course, after this game, we'll be talking to our best player. And we will surprise you with his identity. Last 2 minutes. It's winning time. Rojas. No good. St. Clair not yet in the penalty. So that's a testament to their defense. All right, Fontanilla will set it up. So we see that Coach Manansala, no, again, despite this big lead, is still keeping his regular players, his regular rotation on the floor. Well, I guess Coach Gino, he wants to make sure that his regular players, like his starters, his 6th, his 7th man, will be conditioned, their minds will be conditioned to playing at this stage of the game. He wants his players to get used to seeing action in the fourth period. And Para is not yet done. 120 points for St. Clair with still 90 seconds to play. This is not surprising. Remember, St. Clair, their D-League team is known to score in the hundreds. I mean, for them, 100 is easy. And maybe 120 is routine. So we're not surprised to see St. Clair score this much. Well, it's also because, you know, Coach Manansala, like what I said, has decided to keep his regular players on the floor at this point instead of giving time to his role players, because other coaches would say, yeah, it's a one game anyway, might as well give my role players some court time, give them a chance to play this very nice court here that we have at Our Lady of Fatima. Meanwhile, Fontanilla, yes! Move away! And that should pump up the fans. Work like an exclamation point for the Saints. And because of that, though, even after that, they still play defense, which is very good. I like the attitude being shown by both these teams right now, which is of course the proper attitude. You know, you should avoid doing, you know, negative stuff because you might carry on those bad habits into the next game. Of course, on the part of AMA, they also want to end this game on a positive note, and hopefully, you know, the lessons learned can be carried over to their next game. Of course, coaches want to see players execute the system, execute the plays that they practiced. Coaches do not want to see their players, you know, resort to individual tactics. They want to see ball movement. Don't look now. It's a 40-point lead for St. Clair, and possibly even more. I mean, AMA, it seems they were hit by a trailer truck that lost its brakes. At the line, it's Joshua Fontanilla. First one is a miss for Joshua, but no, despite that miss, you know, credit Joshua Fontanilla, played very well today. Again, after this game, we will be choosing our best player, and as part of his prize, he will get to talk to me after the game, and he will get to greet his friends on air all over the world, because we are on YouTube. We are seen all over the world. We're just waiting for the final score. Sabile will add to his numbers. 126-88. Let's see if St. Clair will go for one more basket. As we see, no side from Coach Gino. Now, usually coaches would tell their players, hey, don't shoot anymore, just dribble the time away. Meanwhile, Sayat would like to see his name on the stats. And that's the buzzer. So our final score, 126-88. It's a 38-point win for St. Clair, the defending champions, over the AMA Titans. Again, 38 points is the win, 126-88. So we will get to talk to our best player. So again, so many players played well for St. Clair. By the way, before we forget, please stick around. As you can see, warm up on the floor right now. Our next game is our players for the next game are getting ready. We're about to see the Enderun College's Titans go up against the De La Salle Araneta University Stallions. So we will get in touch with our best player, because Coach Gino Manansala is just giving his players a quick briefing to end the game. Let's see, who is our best player? They are calling our best player. That's right, we're just getting in touch with our best player. All right, we have our best player of the game, Mohamed Pali of St. Clair College of Caloocan. Mohamed, that was the game, man. I mean, you won by 38 points. All of a sudden, the game, you know, the game was tight, and all of a sudden you broke away. What happened there?
Oh, just I listened to my coach coaching. I focused in the game. Just wala na problema. Just I focused the game only.
So, sabi mo, wala nang problema. So, now you're 2-0. How's the momentum of the team now that you're 2-0?
Yeah, just my team is good now because I have new player and just always all players coming to practice, to focus, jogging, we play hard. This.
You know, Mohammed, we are being shown on YouTube right now. We're seen all over the world via the World Wide Web. This is your chance. Maybe you can reach out to your friends and family, both here in the Philippines and in Mali.
Yeah, just my family, what do, and my friend. Every game, my family like that, and my friend too.
That's right. Again, our best player of the game, Mohammed Pare. Mohammed, congratulations. Enjoy the win and good luck in your next game. But you know what? We have a game here right now. It's going to be De La Salle Araneta against Ender. That should be a good one. That's right. Again, stay with us and we'll bring that game to you right after this.